I think, well, the weird thing is, I mean, right now, everything in a way, and I know this from tuning a guitar, is an approximation.
Yeah, yeah.
Like right now, I'm looking at you. I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at an approximation of you.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? Which is helpful, right? I mean, when we got on before we started recording, my camera wouldn't go on.
Could have been on my end.
I can hear you. It's like I'm a disembodied voice.
There's got to be a list of the worst podcasts in terms of technology or something.
Oh, shit.
We're
Yeah.
proudly there. Go ahead.
But like I could talk to you on the phone, and I've done that many times, right?
Yeah.
And I know it's you, and now we get to speak to each other in real time, and I get to see you at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not really seeing you.
No.
I'm seeing pixels representing you,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I think, and which is, I am not complaining about that at all. I mean, I would rather have
Me
that
neither.
than not have that.
Yep.
But the danger is we start to think that's real. Just like with recorded music, we start to think that's real.
Mm-hmm.
It's not real music. It's a recording of real music.
Mm-hmm.
Just like a photograph is not real people, it's a recorded image of the real people, right? And more, we're not having that in the world experience of music or of people, Probably I experience people more online or, except for my family, through mediated means like this than I do in the real world.
Right.
And it's probably true for everybody. And I think there are, of course, benefits, but there are also dangers that come with that, right? That's what we found out during COVID, that people who were kids in particular, but people too who were stuck at home, working at home, even having meetings at home, were still extraordinarily depressed.
Yeah.
Feeling isolated, even though they talk to people every day. Or they interact with people, or they watch videos, or whatever they do, right?
Yeah, it's funny, but I feel some like silence in my gut because it's like so much the central issue. Bringing people together,
And will it break, or will we get more and more trapped into it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen.
What right now on a Saturday morning? What for you is the most hopeful signs going on right now to counteract that? Disembodiment, the separation, disembodiment, left brainism.
That's a tough question.
Because like that's when they say there's a big thing in this class I'm teaching about. You can try to kind of improve the world by having the right set of opinions, but in retrospect, the concreteness aspect, of when we rebuild this culture, so many things are breaking down now, but concrete actions that people can do.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. I mean,
it's great. It's what if this podcast just stopped right now? We've been talking for 3 years, have a lot of ideas. I just don't know what's going to happen. Yeah,
I don't.
The only way out of it, possibly, the only way is synodality. Again, beginning with small cells of people trying to find a common way of life together, right? And that's this kind of to weave together some themes, something practical, engaging with other people just on small tasks, things like that. Because the rest of this stuff is mumbo jumbo, but there is truth out there. We've beaten and abused truth. When truth was a teenager, we try to control it too much, I think. But truth is out there, and Dostoevsky saw truth and beauty and goodness, and it's like we've been the theme of this conversation. It's not as easily packaged as you thought it was. There's an underworld that's dark and complicated in addition to the overworld, things like that.
Right.
But I think synodality, people coming together and just, again, admitting that truth isn't going to come from you and I reading books of rationalist logic. These themes are dying, and the next themes, I think we've been given some chords to the next musical score. That the life religions, when Chesterton, you quote him so much, we need to repaganize the church. So, but that lower paganism, just like the lower divine feminine that threatens to devour her young, the she-wolf, that, the nurturing divine feminine can become that now that the feminine has been all too much repressed. it's coming back. The unconscious, the quantum mechanics. This guy Gerald Hurd said, when you get into quantum mechanics, or you get into this other thing about what they're discovering with the human mind, when you get into quantum mechanics, this is the way I read them, is like, you can look at it and you see something looking back at you, right? Whoa, it just used to be matter. Now it's not quite what we thought. You keep on splitting things and splitting them. And all of a sudden you get to a place at the quantum level where it feels like somebody is looking back at you, God as personality, as opposed to God as and on the other level, you can experience the uncanny is if you sit still and if you just use Jesus's image of the vine and the branches, but you think that you're looking out at the world, but some entity is also looking through your eyes at the world, right? Yeah. And to spend time at both of those ends of the spectrum every day, to think about the mysteries as you're doing with quantum things right now. And then at the other end, just to sit there and say like, whoa, what's staring through my eyes with me? What's the larger percipient reality of this whole thing? Nobody's going to be able to take, Darwin's going to crash. We don't have to worry about these things. Darwin's going to crash and fall pretty fast. It's going to be really hard to look at the universe, reading a great novel, a beautiful painting, and not see, it's just only the idiots won't be able to see the great artist or intuit the great artist in our time.
Right, but I also think, and I think this is, I just don't want to get spooky, but I think there's the war of the archons.
Oh, sure.
That don't want that to happen. They see it coming and they don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
Right through the pandemic, they're trying to kind of herd everybody online, into ant farms and make everything digital. This woman's name is Jasmine Birtles. This is the British woman. And she's got a whole thing, but she said, Trump's tariffs will usher in a new world order, which is what we've been talking about. This is the start of living, working, and trading locally, I think. It will take years, but it's going to happen. Globalization is on its way out. And I hope that's true.
Yeah.
I'm into that.
Yeah.